Good evening, Sagittarius, and welcome into your March 2022 reading. Please take the energies that resonate with you and leave the rest, okay? And this is a general reading, not everything is for everybody. If you don't see yourself in this reading, it only means that I haven't picked up on your energy here. So nothing to worry about, guys. But take the advice, the guidance, if it resonates with you, and see what you can do about your own situation in your life, such. Okay, so let's see your most significant energy in the month of March 2022. What is the most significant energy in the month of March 2022 for you? What is the most significant energy in the month of March 2022? I'm also reading the reversals, so if any card appears in the reverse format, I will definitely take it, guys, okay? All right. The next question would be, what is your challenge? What kind of a challenge would you be facing around this portion in time in the month of March 2022? What is the challenge energy here? What is the challenge here? The next question is your blessing. That could be a blessing in disguise that you're not aware of, or just in general, what kind of a blessing would you be receiving around this portion in time? What is the blessing situation here for you, Sag? The next question is, what is your environment talking about? Wow, hold on, guys. What is your environment talking about in this portion in time? What is your environment? Okay. So we get two cards and I'm going to take both. The next is, what is Spirit trying to tell you now? At this portion in time, in this phase of your life, what is Spirit trying to communicate with you, Sag? What is they trying to tell you now? Okay. The last question would be your probable outcome. That will depend on your individual timeline for you. So whatever your natal and astrological chart is talking about, that will depend on your individual energy and timeline, Sag. What is the probable outcome here, please? All right, and I'll ask one more question, which is an energy that would be around you that you probably will not be aware of, or you might just get a whiff. What is the energy around you that you probably may not be aware of? I'm just doing an additional part of the check here for you. What is the energy that could be around you in the month of March 2022 that you're not aware of? Okay. Okay, the bottom of the deck is the Devil. Wow, Sag, what's going on? The Queen of Cups in the reverse. and the Nine of Wands, the King of Wands in the reverse. So, okay, that's your energy. What I'm getting, guys, is that you have been in a lot of ego and power in yourself. I mean, that ego and power is not to, it's not something that it's not something that you want to harm people with. No, no, no. That's not the story. The story over here, guys, is that this ego and this power of the situation is more because you want something. I mean, you're being very stubborn with your expectations in life. Whatever you are putting up with, right? Whatever the expectation you are building up in your life at this point in time, you definitely have that, instinct in you. And this is because you, you could be in your ego, you want to prove that you're more than capable of doing what others think you cannot do. It's like you're kind of challenging your own power. You know what I mean? It's like you're putting up your own challenge with yourself to prove the best for yourself, like telling the world or telling people or showing the world or showing people that you are more than capable of doing or manifesting what you think is your level of achievement. You want to reach that target, right? So that is the energy I'm getting out here. So, and the Queen of Cups in the reverse and the Devil, but at the same time, with this energy, at the same time, you do have some kind of a barrier, and the barrier is what I'm getting is more of emotional codependency. It is like you're trying to tell yourself that I don't need help. I'm not in need of any kind of help. I'm okay by myself. I can prove what I have set out to do, right? Or what I'm setting out to do, right? But at the same time, there is a part in you, and this is a very subconscious energy that you're fighting with, where you're coming to the point of understanding that you do have some kind of insecurity in you, and that insecurity stems from your emotional codependency, right? So it's like this energy is talking about a little bit of a fight in you, more so, right? You're trying, it's like an internal fight. You're not going to be telling everybody about it, but it's more like you're fighting within yourself to tell yourself that you don't need help, you don't need anybody in your life, you don't want people to come and give you an emotional be emotionally attached with, or give you emotional motivation, or that kind of an energy, right? And that you by yourself, you are strong, and you have your expectations in life, and you're very stubborn about that situation, that you are going to make that happen. But the funny part is that at the same time, in your subconscious, you're feeling a little bit resistant to this issue. I mean, you're not being completely able to negate the situation by telling yourself that you don't need any emotional support. But at the same time, there is that part in yourself, Sag, where you are, where there is a restriction here in you. And this is a restriction that it's in a very deep subconscious level energy. You know what I mean? It's not something that you're showing everybody, but it is something that you're not being able to completely let go of either. Okay. Now, the energy that will be around you, which you may not be aware of, is the King of Swords, right? So you could have somebody in your life, Sag, at this point in time, who could help you. Because this energy that you're fighting with at the same time, this energy is of some individual or somebody over here, uh, who is around you, who has a very clear and um, concise and precise, very clear mind, like clear mind. They know what to do, right? They don't depend on anybody. They call a spade, right? They're very frank that way. But at the same time, they can be very strategic too, but they can talk well, they articulate well, right? So there could be somebody around you in this portion in time who could probably, give you some kind of an advice, or is somebody in the legal department, if you need any kind of legal advice. Somebody could be there around you at this point in time, who is very wise, spiritually wise, who knows what they are telling you. Basically, they won't give you any kind of bad advice, right? But they have a very, their mind is very strong, right? What they think is right, and they are very frank about their opinions. They can tell you exactly what they want to tell you without mincing any words or sugarcoating any sentence for you. That kind. It's like um, clear cut, right? But somebody who is very wise, somebody, male, female, it can be anybody in your life, but somebody who is, who is in that energy, who can really help you. This fight that you are going through, if you probably ask for help, this person can actually help you to clear your own doubt at this point in time. Okay, so yes, you do have this energy around you, Sag. You might just have to find the person, maybe, or the person is just close to you and you're not really taking that help, right? So it can be anything for anybody. But at the same time, this energy, like I said, this energy that you're going through at this point can help you to come out and get out of your doubt, that you're struggling with at this point in time, okay? Now, your most significant energy is the Fool. Okay, Fool talks about something new in your life. You want to take a leap of faith towards, right? A fresh start, a fresh journey. Could be personal, could be professional, could be spiritual for some people as well, right? But this is also about believing in your own self and in your own dreams, right? Believing that whatever you want to achieve in your life, you can do that. I mean, there should not be any kind of doubt or mistrust in yourself with regards to this situation, because something over here could be starting fresh for you, or you could be starting a fresh scene or scenario in your life, right? Please talk to me about the Fool here. So your most significant energy is that you want to take a leap of faith, is what I'm getting, but we'll see. We'll see. And that is probably, you will require the help of the King of Swords. Somebody who can tell you, somebody who can guide you and advise you, advise you to do what you have to do exactly. How do you go about with it? What do you do? Right? What is the direction that you are looking for? What kind of things that you will possibly have in your way if you move towards something in your life, starting from the scratch kind of a situation, right? So with the Fool, guys, you get the King of Swords in the reverse, and the Seven of Cups in the reverse. So you probably, this is when you need a proper guidance, because I don't think you're getting any kind of guidance in here at this point in time. You could be a little bit confused over your own decision in life, whether you can do it, you cannot do it, right? You're not talking about it at this point. You're not saying that. But at the same time, you're lacking in some kind of, either it's a legal situation, a legal guidance, or something with your assets or your story, or whatever is there, because then you have the Seven of Cups in the reverse. See, this is like a self-alignment, right? This is a self-alignment because you have not been able to align yourself. This is where you probably need help to understand your direction in life, right? You have choices. You do have choices you can make, you can take at this point in time. But the problem with you, Sag, is that you are clearly you're clearly not getting the right guidance in here, is what I feel. So some of you could be in touch with somebody in your life who probably has not been giving you the right advice before, and you might want to switch that person and take the right guidance in here. You could have been seeking help from somebody who has misguided you, misinformed you about your choices in life, what kind of choice you are going to take, right? What kind of choices would be the best suitable option for you. So somebody could have given you complete wrong information in here. So this is where you probably have to look out for somebody in your life at this point who can actually give you the right information. What I'm getting, Sag, is that you have not been guided in the right direction towards your own options in life, or you have been misguided towards your options in life. Somebody told you, you can do this, you can do that, gave you wrong information, gave you wrong feedback, right? They could have had manipulative energy. They wanted to push you towards something which they knew, or which this person or this energy knows will not really work for you, right? But they still kind of pushed you where it could be that, please talk to me. Hold on, guys. Please talk to me about the Seven of Cups, where you probably have not been able to figure things out in the right way for some of you. Let's see. You could have been misinformed about your choices in life and options and decisions in life. The Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, it could be about a family situation, money, legal issues, whatever the story could be in this domestic situation, right? So somebody could have really misinformed you about your options in life that you wanted to know, basically. And that could be with your close family, close-knit family situations, what options you have with your assets, properties, anything that has a legal connotation in that situation is what I'm getting, right? So you have to, so because of the misinformation that you have received at one point in time, you have not been able to do the right thing. So now what is happening is probably, this is what is happening, guys, is that you are again realigning your choices and decisions with regards to a domestic situation or a relationship in your life, right? And this is a very close, connected family situation is what I'm getting. So somebody could have really misinformed you, given you wrong advice, and had been very manipulative towards you. Maybe they didn't want you to do a certain amount of thing in the right way. So all in all, you're coming to your point of understanding that you will have to realign yourself because of all the misinformation and misguided directions or directives that you have received before. So you have to realign yourself with a situation in your life that concerns your domestic happiness or domestic part of the situation here. It could be with your money, it could be with your assets, it could be with your investment, anything that you have put in that place, right? So it is, and this is because you want to take a leap of faith here, right? So and this also could be again that emotional codependency, so realigning yourself with the people in your surrounding, where you can pick your options and tell yourself what you need to do now. Basically, what is your priority in life? What is that you are looking for at this point in time, right? To clear yourself, to start something fresh, you need to go through a phase where you have to make decisions based on the options and choices that is available to you in a situation where it is your very personal and domestic kind of a setting. Now, your challenge over here, guys, is Eight of Pentacles. So your challenge over here is to be the master of something in here, to understand things well before you actually move towards a new beginning. Let's see. So basically, the Seven of Wands, right? Yeah, you have to master a lot of courage at this point in time, Sag, to stand up and say what you have to say, because there could be situations coming towards you with a lot of oppositions, right? Yeah, the Ace of Cups in the reverse. So you have to stand up against your own emotional discomfort in here, basically. And master the part of the story that you are more than capable of doing things all by yourself and that you can fill your own cup of emotions, right? So whoever or whatever is coming towards you that doesn't make you happy, you have to say no to that situation, right? You have to just ignore that situation or get out of that situation or say no to that situation because you don't want to bring in more unhappiness in your life, right? But this is a challenge. This is where you have to master that. You have to be the master of the situation where you can, control your own emotions and reject people or situations that causes you unhappiness in your life, Sag. It's a challenge. It's not an easy one, but it is a challenge. Again, no challenge is ever easy, but at the same time, it is a challenge. Anybody who causes you any grief or any unhappiness or anything, immediately you put your foot down and say, I don't want that situation in my life. I don't want to be unhappy. I don't want to be sad. I don't want to be deprived of my own, emotions, because it's a matter of your heart. You don't want to get hurt again, right? So because you don't want to get hurt in your heart space, you have to say no. You have to barricade that situation. The moment it tries to make way into your heart, and if you feel that it's not right for you, you're like, no, that's it. But you have to learn to do this. You have to learn to do this. You don't know that story, you haven't really mastered that situation. So it is important for you to master that situation now and barricade people or any kind of circumstance that brings you unhappiness. Now, your blessing over here is the Four of Swords in the reverse. The blessing over here is that, they're saying that you will, if you will get time to contemplate over situations. A lot of contemplation is required, where you will have to break away from other situations and give yourself plenty of time, because you could be going through a period of restless energy. That blessing says that you will be able to recover from that situation. Wherever you're feeling restless or you're feeling that, there is a lot of things you need to do and yet you're not being able to do, that kind of an energy that makes you feel restless, right? The Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. And it's more because you are facing some kind of either a conflict at work or in your home, right? So the blessing is, let's see here. Yeah, the Queen of Wands in the, yeah. Okay, so what I'm getting, Sag, is you have been going through a period of anxiety, restlessness, being very anxious, where most of the time you have been like trying to take a break from that anxiousness, right? Trying to recuperate. You need to recuperate. That's your blessing as well. That you'll get time to recuperate. Maybe some of you guys can take some time off during the month of March. Give time to yourself. Have that me time, right? Energize you. And that is something that you need, because you have been going through either a lot of conflict at work, in your workplace, or in your home front, right? But your blessing is, with the Queen of Wands in the reverse, your blessing is you're coming to the point of understanding that you're not going to bear this anymore. So if your boss is giving you a hard time, or your wife is giving you a hard time, or your husband is giving you a hard time, or even your business partner, whatever that situation is, right? Whoever is giving you a hard time, you will definitely realign yourself with your pride and dignity in place. You will not put any more effort in that situation at all. You will definitely not bother to put any effort in the situation to resolve any conflict, because somewhere you're coming to the point of understanding that it is about your own pride and dignity in life, that you cannot keep pushing yourself in situations or stepping into situations all the time, which only kind of is insulting, right? Somebody's insulting you all the time. Somebody's telling you things that you don't like. You're feeling very low, unhappy about the whole situation, right? So now you're like putting your foot down. And this is your energy with the Queen of Wands in the reverse, right? You're telling yourself this is your blessing, where you will come to the understanding that, if anybody is daring to insult you, if anybody is daring to override your authority, make you feel small, your self-respect will come in the way. You will not step in that situation at all to resolve any kind of conflict, whether it is at work or in your home. right? And so this is where you have been very, very stressed over a situation, where you were not being able to understand, Sag, how you deal with that situation, because every time you are being made to feel small, being insulted. um, it's not a good energy for you. And this is where your realization is that, you're coming to the point of understanding enough is enough. Enough is enough. I am not going forward in that situation because my pride and dignity has been hampered, right? Or has already been hampered. And this time around, I'm going to preserve my pride and dignity, my self-respect, and I'm not going to step into any kind of conflict, anything where I will be insulted once again, right? So your blessing is you're getting back your vibes, your energy, where you know who you are, and you don't want to come in and be the medium to resolve a conflict or anything and then be insulted in return. No, you're not going to do that, because your pride and dignity is far higher than all this messy situation in here. Okay, so your blessing is good. Your blessing is very good, right? So the challenge over here is that you are not going to allow any kind of unhappiness from this situation to enter your life, but you have to master that. To become the Queen of Wands in the reverse, you have to master your self pride and dignity as well, and put your foot down in places where you will have to say, no, that's it, that's enough, I don't need this, out. That kind of a situation in here is developing. Okay, now let's move into your environment. You get the Two of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles. So you are juggling with something, but at the same time, you are a little bit insecure still in the environment, and that insecurity could be, again, it could be that emotional insecurity, or it also could be monetary insecurity, right? So you have been juggling with this kind of an insecurity for a long time, because the thing is, you want to do something, you want to move forward, but again, that would require a lot of self-mastery, right? And this is where in the environment, you are feeling a little bit stuck over this situation. Please talk to me about the Two of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles. You're stuck over this situation, which also could be related to your finances for some of you, right? Where you are kind of wanting to go forward, but you're not sure if you have enough in your pocket to do certain things in your life that you really want to, right? But you have been keeping your eyes closed to situations so that you don't have to move, right? Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, see? This is something that you want to start. It's something, it could be buying a new place, something in the tangible world, right? Buying a new place, a car, anything that is tangible, that is something that you can touch, you can feel, right? The Six of Swords. But what has happened in here, guys, is that what I feel is that you wanted to start something fresh, but at this point in time, or maybe, let's see here, you're moving in a different direction to start something fresh with somebody else in your life. That also could be a part of the story. The King of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay. So what I'm getting, Sag, is that it is also a part of you being stubborn about your own understanding, right? You want to do it, you want to move forward, but again, you are like insecure about money, that you are probably attached to it, that you know you have to leave, right? So there has been this situation with the Ace of Pentacles where you probably had a chance, where you probably had a chance in your life. That's what environment is saying, that you had a chance to begin something fresh, getting out of that stuck situation, the Six of Swords, and moving towards the direction that would bring back your peace and serenity, right? Your right passage, your right of way. You had a chance, Sag, where you once could have done it, but with the King of Pentacles in the reverse, you did not take that situation into consideration. You were stubborn. You were stubborn about that situation, so you did not move, basically. You did not move because some of you could have been very attached with your monetary situation or or something of inheritance that you did not want to let go in your own life. So you did not take the rightful way. You did not take the rightful way towards your happiness or towards your serenity or peace because, like I said, you could not detach yourself from a situation where money was more important to you, and you became very stubborn about the whole situation in here. So you missed a chance. Environment says you already had a go at this, but you did not take that offer. You did not make use of that time period, right? So Spirit is saying, Page of Pentacles, this is where you are coming out of a failure in your life, and this is in the tangible world. Because you did not move in the right direction at one point in time, this is perhaps not your present energy that's showing up. This is your past energy, a prior energy where you already had a chance to do something new in your life in the tangible world, but you were, like I said, you did not take that offer. You did not go that way. Right? So Spirit is saying this is where you have learned about your failure. So there has been a failure in your life that you have learned, where you should have picked up that energy then and there. The opportunity had come to you, but you did not. You disregarded that opportunity more so. Right? Please talk to me about the Page of Pentacles. But you will come out of the failure. You will come out of that failure. It's been a learning lesson in your life, Sag. You will come out of a failure that is definitely has been a big time learning lesson in your life. The High Priestess, yeah. You will understand it. It's a lot of intuitive, subconscious energy of your understanding what exactly has happened. You won't be talking about it really, but at the same time, internally, you will know about it. Some of you could be even at this point, Spirit is saying, it's not a bad idea to go to somebody in your life who is either a tarot reader or somebody in your life who can help you, or an astrologer, right? Or somebody who is very intuitive about situations in life. Right? Because you are failing over here, or you're learning from a failure. So at this point in time, you might want some kind of an extra help in your life. Spirit is saying it's not a bad idea to get in touch with somebody, a clairvoyant, for example, who can help you to understand yourself better, or who can predict what you need to do now. What you need to do now in order to move towards your victory, right? Because somewhere with the Page of Cups in the reverse, you have been emotionally immature about your own life situations, and that is where you have not been able to get your victory. You haven't got your victory, right? Because of your emotional immaturity in life, where once you had a chance, but you could not do the right thing. And that's because you were emotionally immature about your own success in life. You did not understand what you need to do in order to build back your success story. So somebody could be there around you at this point, Spirit is saying, like I said, a clairvoyant or a tarot reader or an astrologer, somebody who intuitively can guide you and tell you, who is very intuitive by themselves and who can guide you out of this situation where you know that you have been emotionally immature in your life. So what you need to do now in order to come out of that failure is what Spirit is saying. It might not be a possibility for everybody here, but if you find somebody who can really intuitively is a psychic and understands your situation, can help you to move, why not? Right? Why not? Because you're still being a little bit emotionally mature. You're not being able to understand yourself well. So in this case, you need some guidance in here, guys. You definitely need some kind of an extra guidance in here from somebody in your life who can help you. And not necessarily a clairvoyant. You can even talk to somebody who is very intuitive, who knows you, who understands you, right? Who can just be a friend, who knows what you need to do now and can give you that extra help, can tell you, this is what you need to do or that is what you need to do, because somewhere you're feeling very emotionally immature if about your own success story, whether you're going to get it, whether you're not going to be successful, that kind of a situation. You're very what should I say, you're not very sure about your own success. So Spirit is saying, don't worry. If you find somebody like this in your life at this point, take that help. Take that help. That person or that, somebody over here could help you to overcome yourself, because you do have that, you're trying to come out of some kind of a failure in your life, right? So, but at the same time, you also need some kind of very deep intuitive guidance for yourself. Some kind of emotional guidance is required more so, because somewhere you're very, again, like I said, you're not completely 100% of your success in here, whether you would get it or whether you will not get it. So you're kind of standing in that situation now. Okay. Now, your overall, your outcome is talking about the Five of Swords. So you will be going through a little bit of a period of difficulty in here in the month of March, right? You will be going through a period of difficulty where you will have to work with that energy, because you might be hearing a lot of things. People might be telling you, do this, do that, and you're like confused. You don't know what is right and what is wrong, right? You will be, because like I said, you want your success, but you don't know if you're going to get it, right? Because it is a situation where you have somewhere learned about your failure and you want to come out of that situation, but at the same time you're getting stuck in here, and this is resulting in a situation, Sag, where a lot of people can be giving you a lot of advices and you're like, you don't know what you want to do with that, right? Three of Pentacles. So you're confused. You are confused about a teamwork. You are confused about a community group, a teamwork in your life, There could be a lot of guidance, or not guidance really. There could be a lot of, the Ace of Wands in the reverse, right? Because something that the time is not here right now, guys. That is the problem. So even if you push towards a teamwork, even if you push towards a job, a situation, working with people at this point in time would be difficult. Would be difficult because the time is still not in here. So you have to wait for the right timing to come to you. So in the meantime, the outcome is that you will be very confused because a lot of people will give you a lot of advices. Do this, do that, go there, get another job, work in a different place, learn a different skill set, whatever it is, right? But the time is not right. So even if you try to push yourself, try to get some kind of understanding towards this Three of Pentacles, you will not be able to really grasp that situation because, again, the Ace of Wands is in the reverse. So until the time comes, you won't get a clarity over this situation in here. You will not get a clarity. You will not get a result. Basically, you won't see a result till you come to that point in time, Sag. So you will definitely have to be a little bit more patient in yourself, right? That's your overall energy, and being patient will give you a little hard time because, like I said, you want to see a final result. You want to see some kind of success in your life, but thing is that the time is still not here. So you have to be a little bit more patient. Some of you could be afraid of rejections in your life. You have given an interview, you haven't got a call back. For some of you, you want that job kind of a situation, but you're not getting to hear anything back from the place that you have applied in for some, and that's because of this situation, right? So some of you could even get rejected letters or letters of rejection at this point in time, right, where you will not be able to get hold of that exact place that you want to go in or that exact job that you want to be in, again, because the time is not here at this point. So yeah, you could be a little bit worried about your own situation here, because some of you want to move up the ladder, some of you want to expand in your work area as well. Some of you want to go in for a different into a different department or do something different, but again, it's a matter of time. It's a matter of time in here. So once the time comes and you get an understanding of this situation, then yes, then you will probably be able to get a hang of this. Please talk to me about the King of Swords in here. So you might want to, this is an energy in and around you at this point in time, Sag. And this person or this energy, like I said, can be a lot of help to you. The Two of Cups in the reverse. There could have been a lot. You could have had a loss of partnership for some of you. Where you might possibly need some kind of advice or legal help at this point in time. The Nine of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, You're kind of given up on some kind of a partnership in your life, right? And that's where the King of Swords is coming in. Who could possibly explain things to you in a better way, guide you in a better way, help you to understand or overcome your grief, give you good advices in life. So you might want to check that out as well, right? Because you have definitely given up on a relationship or on a partnership that could have been very important to you at one point in time, Sag. And you possibly might, like I said, you possibly might, need a legal help, legal advice, or it could be just a friend who could help you, give you the right advice, and tell you exactly what you need to do in here as well. Okay, so enjoy this reading, guys. Until I see you once again, till then, goodbye, God bless, Khuda Hafiz, and Namaste.